When was the last time you took some time to relax and think about yourself? Maybe you got a massage, spent the morning browsing your favorite stores, or got lost in a new movie. One thing is certain. You put down your phone and gave yourself some attention, a break from the daily grind. But it may have been a while since you've done that, and that's totally understandable. You may be very busy with a lot of personal and work-related tasks. You're always there for friends, family, and coworkers when they need you, which may mean you never say no to their requests. Your loved ones bring you a lot of joy, but if you forget about other parts of your life, things can get out of whack. You could feel tired, irritable, or even unhappy with the people you care about. You need time away from all of this, and it may even be good for your mental health. Setting healthy boundaries will help you take care of yourself while making sure that others treat you with kindness and respect. I want you to watch the whole movie and not miss a single lesson, because they will all help you reprioritize yourself, which is something you seem to have lost for a long time. If you do that, please leave a comment. I'm ready to move on to lesson number 1. Lesson number 1, looking at yourself. One of the most basic and profound ways that Stoic thoughts can help you grow as a person and become more mature is to practice self-examination every day. Take some time to think carefully about your actions, reactions, and thoughts. Ask yourself honest questions like, what good have I done today? What could I have done better? Do my actions match my true values? This daily self-examination is not only a way to become more self-aware, but also a deep dive into our own minds that helps us figure out our strengths and flaws. Knowing where we stand helps us see a clear path to growth and self-improvement. Also, self-examination keeps us from falling into the traps of comparison and pointless competition with others. Instead, it helps us focus on ourselves and our journey, acting as a guiding light that lets us see and judge life through our own eyes, not seeking the attention or praise of others. By asking ourselves tough questions and facing ourselves directly, we're not looking for quick fixes or easy answers. Instead, we're taking a slow, careful path to learn more about ourselves and love ourselves more. Not only is self-examination a way to get better, but it's also a way to live a meaningful life where we're always trying to be the best version of ourselves. Remember that on this road, every little step forward is an important step on the way to true freedom and happiness. We get so caught up in our worries, work, and relationships that we forget about ourselves. Every day, the noise around us and inside us gets louder, leaving our souls tired and wanting to escape. In this noisy world, Stoic philosophy has taught me a valuable lesson. Through moments of silence, I learned to be aware of my feelings and thoughts without judging them. It's simple to forget who we are and what's important to us when life gets crazy. For personal growth and happiness, we need to take the time to look inside ourselves. Self-reflection helps us figure out our strengths, weaknesses, ideals, and goals, which leads to a more real and meaningful life. To become more self-aware, start by watching your thoughts and feelings without judging them. Pay attention to how you respond to different situations and look for patterns that keep coming up. Being aware of yourself is the first step to getting to know yourself better. Look into your beliefs and values. Think about the values that guide your choices and activities. Think about whether the values you hold now are in line with who you really are, or if they were shaped by outside forces. Get in touch with your core values to make sure you're living in line with who you really are. Accept your imperfections. Recognize that you are not perfect, and that no one else is either. Accepting your flaws helps you become more self-compassionate and strong. Focus on progress and self-improvement instead of trying to be perfect, which you can't do. Face your fears and beliefs that hold you back. Find the fears and beliefs that are stopping you from reaching your full potential. Change the way you think about these negative habits and take small steps outside your comfort zone. Facing your fears is an important part of growing as a person and gaining power. Practice gratitude and self-care. Be thankful for the people and things that have made you who you are today. Do things for yourself that are good for your mind, body, and soul. No matter how small your accomplishments are, you should be proud of them and be kind to yourself. When you honestly and compassionately look at yourself, you can start a journey of self-discovery and change. Accept the journey, and keep in mind that self-reflection is not a goal, but a way of life that leads to more self-awareness and happiness. Number 2, being aware and meditating. Not only are mindfulness and meditation good for your mind, but they can also help you improve yourself and find out more about yourself. They are more than just techniques. They become guides on a journey to change how we see and interact with the world around us and with ourselves. Imagine that we start the journey of meditation in a quiet space away from the noise and chaos of everyday life. This is the moment when you and your mind are free to explore without any worries or expectations from others. This is where you find the power to actively control your thoughts and emotions. It's not easy. You have to be patient, commit, and practice every day. But this never-ending work is what gives you the power to control your mind and keep your inner peace even when external things affect it. Mindfulness, a big part of meditation, is paying attention to the present moment without judging it. Mindfulness practice teaches us to step back and notice our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting caught up in or controlled by them. This helps us understand that thoughts and feelings are only temporary states that we can observe without having to identify with or automatically react to them. Mindfulness and meditation practice on a regular basis give us the power to control not only our thoughts and feelings but also how we react to the world. As we gain confidence and stay committed to this path, we realize how important it is to focus on ourselves instead of letting comparison and competition with others run our lives. This not only brings us peace but also leads to more freedom and self-awareness. Stoic philosophy takes us on an interesting journey into our inner world. In this world, we are often drawn to the worries, stresses, and disturbances of the outside world, which drowns the soul in the vastness of our feelings and thoughts and makes us forget how strong we really are. Join the conversation in our comment section. Leave a comment if you practice mindfulness and meditation and think they can change your life. Number 3, set goals that are attainable. If you want to work on yourself every day, you need to set clear goals. Stoic philosophy tells us to set goals that are attainable, like getting better at a skill or developing a character trait. By focusing on goals that you can reach, you can give your life meaning and direction. Stoic philosophy stresses how important it is to live a meaningful life while accepting the challenges that life brings. For example, learning a new skill, making a good habit, or even being more patient and kind in relationships are all examples of realistic goals. Anna, an office worker, decided to improve her communication skills. Her goal wasn't to become an inspirational speaker overnight, but to get better every day. She did this by reading and thinking about communication principles for 15 minutes every morning, and then putting them into practice in her daily life. Every evening before bed, Anna took time to pray and express gratitude for the progress she had made. For Anna, prayer was a moment of self-reflection, an opportunity to acknowledge positive changes in her life. Through this practice, she not only learned patience and self-acceptance, but also how to be thankful for what she had. Through Anna's story, we see that setting realistic goals not only helps us focus on ourselves, but also brings satisfaction and gratitude in life. These carefully set goals help us create a meaningful life focused on self-improvement every day. By setting realistic goals and focusing on personal development daily, we not only build inner strength, but also cultivate optimism and gratitude, a solid foundation for a happy and purposeful life. So remember, every day through prayer and gratitude, we are one step closer to becoming the best version of ourselves. In a world that constantly changes amidst pressure and anxiety, we often seek comfort in work, relationships, or material belongings. But true peace comes from within ourselves. It's the process of learning to control our thoughts, feelings, and attitudes in every situation. Setting goals is an important part of growing as a person and as a worker. Setting goals that you can't reach, on the other hand, can make you frustrated and lose drive. It's important to set goals that you can actually reach if you want to keep moving forward. To begin, make it clear what you want to achieve. Whether your goals are for health and fitness, moving up in your job, or growing as a person, be clear about what you want. Think about your resources, time, money, skills, and help that are available to you. Having goals that are in line with your means makes it more likely that you will reach them. Break your goals down into smaller jobs or milestones that you can handle. This way of doing things makes the general goal less scary and makes it easier to see how you're doing. Set reasonable due dates. Think about how long you really think it will take to reach your goals. When you set deadlines, think about the other things you have to do. Setting goals that are too hard to meet can cause burnout and disappointment. Don't be rigid. Life is uncertain, and things can change as you go. Keep an open mind and be ready to change your plans or goals if needed. Being flexible is important for getting past problems and staying on track with your goals. Getting closer to inner peace is a magical power. When you start to work on your inner peace, it can become a fortress that protects you from life's storms and a guiding beacon for those around you. True peace comes from focusing on oneself and making sure that one's values are reflected in every choice and action. This isn't selfishness. It's building a strong base for peace not only for oneself but also for everyone else. Galvin's story is a good example of this. Galvin is a normal office worker who found peace not in outside circumstances, but within himself. Every morning, he meditates for a few minutes to center himself and reflect on what really matters. Being able to control his thoughts, feelings, and actions, he learned to live in the present, even though the world constantly tells him to worry about the future or regret the past. When things go wrong, he doesn't let his negative emotions sweep him away. Instead, he focuses on the present and asks himself, "Is this within my control?" Most of the time, the answer is no. But the question itself helps him learn how important it is to let go of things he can't change and focus on doing good things with the things he can control. As he trains, Galvin shows us that when we take care of our inner peace, we not only find happiness and peace for ourselves, but we also become an inspiration and strength for our community. This shows that even though life is full of problems and challenges, the power of inner peace can turn them into chances to learn, grow, and make positive changes. Having the courage to face problems is important. Life is a trip full of risks and difficulties. Adversity is always testing our inner strength and resilience. Stoic philosophy's lessons on courage and perseverance help us deal with adversity with resilience. But how do we keep this strength even in the darkest moments of life? Every day, social media is full of inspiring stories of people who overcame pain and hardship with faith and amazing strength. Maybe these stories make you wonder how you can do the same. While others can handle huge problems, are you facing your small ones with enough courage? Stoic philosophy and the lives of inspiring people like Nick Vujicic and Jack Ma are not only lessons in how to be strong, but also proof of how courage and self-belief can turn hardship into motivation to keep going and rise above. Facing challenges is not only a personal journey, but also a way to share what you've learned and get ideas from others. This persistence leads us to the huge power we have inside us to get past any problem. The ideas in Stoic philosophy teach us that we all have amazing abilities to deal with and get through hard times. These ideas create a grand symphony of courage, belief, and perseverance that inspires us not only to fight life's windmills, but also to find meaning and value in every step of our journey. Putting virtue first is important. It's about doing what is right and honorable even when it's difficult. It's about being honest, compassionate, and fair in all our dealings. When we prioritize virtue, we become better people, and we also inspire others to do the same. Virtue is not just about individual actions, it's about creating a society where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. By putting virtue first, we can create a better world for ourselves and for future generations. First, in everything we do and decide, we should focus on ourselves every day. This means that we should not only know about virtues but also live by them every day, no matter what. For example, let's say that someone steals your idea and claims credit for it. This is a test of your fairness and resilience. You decide to follow the principles of Stoicism. Instead of getting tense and angry, You are wise enough to know that getting angry only makes things worse for you. You face this situation with courage by being honest with your coworker about the problem and taking a fair stance. By doing this, you not only show that you are moderate and fair, but you also keep your self-respect and belief in your worth. By putting morality first in your actions, you can create a meaningful and truly happy life that isn't affected by outside factors. This shows that putting virtues first not only helps us live in line with our true nature, but also helps us build good relationships with ourselves and those around us. Accepting the present is the most natural thing we can do. Life changes all the time, and sometimes those changes don't go the way we want them to. It takes patience and courage to face the changes that come up in life. To accept the present, let's talk about what values are and why they're important. Good moral qualities or traits like honesty, compassion, bravery, and integrity are called virtues. Knowing how important morals are is the first step in putting them first when making decisions. Think about your own values. Take some time to think about your own morals and choose the traits that speak to you the most. Self-awareness helps you make sure that what you do fits with what you believe in. Learn how to make ethical decisions. When you have to make a choice, put ideals ahead of quick gains or ease of life. Think about what your actions mean in terms of ethics, and try to make choices that are in line with good morals. This could mean giving up short-term gains for the sake of long-term ethics and happiness. Set a good example. Be a good example by always acting in a good way when you interact with other people. Your actions say a lot about you, whether you're in a personal relationship, at work, or in the neighborhood. Setting a good example encourages others to do the same in their own lives. The idea of putting virtue first is a way to live a worthwhile and satisfying life in a world that is often driven by competition, self-interest, and instant gratification. By putting values like honesty, kindness, and ethics first, people not only improve their own character, but they also help make society more moral and peaceful. Being able to accept the present moment, being okay with the deep lessons, is a powerful reminder to enjoy all that life has to give. Having both joy and pain in a world that is always changing, being able to accept everything from happiness to problems, is a great thing. Ways to free ourselves from the chains of choices and expectations should be used to promote harmony and peace. Acceptance is not just an action in the outside world, but also a state of thought, a state of the soul. It's not about giving up and letting fate happen, but rather a deep understanding of nature and a spirit of getting along with everything that happens in life. Being self-aware means realizing that every moment is a gift from life, an important step on our way to freedom and happiness. In life, we're often stuck in a tornado of wants and dislikes, pulling us away from peace. Stoic philosophy teaches us how to control our wants and needs so that we can find inner peace and happiness. We're really learning how to take charge of life instead of having it take over us. Control is one of the Stoicism's most important lessons. We need to learn how to control our wants and stay away from distractions. In a world full of wants and problems, we get caught up in our desires and other people's demands all the time. But the Stoic ideas show us how we can be free and happy, even if we can't change things that are out of our control. We can get those things by accepting them and focusing on them. When we realize that we have power over what goes on in our minds, we can start to change how we feel about the world. Imagine entering an art contest where you hope to receive praise and compliments from the judges. You've been working for months on your pieces, making them magnificent and beautiful. It's disappointing when you don't get the attention you feel you deserve. Stoic thought will teach you that being liked by other people doesn't make you happy. Accepting and respecting yourself does. Rather than giving in to sadness and the desire to be noticed by others, the drive to keep developing your talent, being independent, and getting to know yourself gives you the chance to shine easily and be sure of yourself no matter what happens or what you can't change. This will help you find peace and happiness in your life. Unfortunately, life is full of problems and difficulties we can't change. The way things work, so we have to accept that fear and anxiety are normal parts of living. If we follow these rules every day, we can focus on solving problems and responding more calmly and evenly. You will find that you never lose sight of the truth of light and freedom in life, the breeze of pointless wants and fears. You will instead learn new ways to be deeply happy and long-lasting feelings that we all have. When this journey through 10 Stoic lessons on focusing on what we can change is over, remember that we always have the most power inside us if we admit it and focus. By looking at what we can change, we can see that life isn't just about getting better. Also, about liking and accepting everyone around us. Keep that in mind as you go through life. In times of trouble, there are things we can change and things we can't. Your problems will give you strength and support to get through them. All obstacles tell us about your adventures and which lessons stuck with you. Leave a comment below telling us who they are and how they've changed your life, and grow together. Finally, don't forget to help each other. Subscribe and like our channel by continuing to watch the videos shown at the end of this video to keep getting useful. Thank you for watching our video, and we'll see you in the next video.